This is the image they sold us. A 1,300-acre Oklahoma paradise. The place where the king of country and the queen of pop fell in love. The place where they got married. The land where they were supposed to build a life together. But what if this paradise was actually a prison? What if I told you that the biggest secret of Blake Shelton's famous 10-point ranch is that Gwen Stefani hates it? Behind every romantic Instagram post, every cozy country photo shoot, and every fairy tale interview lies a secret that has quietly torn this marriage apart. This is the story of the LA Queen and the Oklahoma prison she couldn't escape. This is the real reason Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton are living separate lives. When Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani first got together in 2015, it felt like something out of a movie. Two broken hearts, finding each other in the middle of chaos. Blake was freshly divorced from country superstar Miranda Lambert. Gwen was reeling from her painful split with Gavin Rossdale. They met as coaches on The Voice, two stars from completely different worlds, one from the dust roads of Oklahoma, the other from the glam streets of Los Angeles. Suddenly bonded through heartbreak. As Gwen once said, "It was unbelievable that God would put us in a position to have each other at that moment." Their chemistry was undeniable, and soon what started as friendship turned into one of Hollywood's most unexpected love stories. He was the cowboy. She was the rock star. Together they were magic. Blake Shelton's 10-point ranch in Tishomingo, Oklahoma, became the center of their world. This wasn't just a getaway. It was where their entire brand was born. Fans saw photos of Gwen and Blake fishing together. Blake teaching her how to drive a truck. Gwen walking through the dirt roads in designer camo and hunter rain boots. She tried, really tried, to blend in with Blake's world. They even built a chapel on the property. That's where they got married in 2021. Blake built her a Hawaiian-style mansion on the ranch, a multi-million-dollar gesture to make her feel more at home. It seemed perfect. The cowboy had given the Hollywood queen her castle. But behind the posts, behind the photos, things weren't so simple. To understand the tension, you have to understand one simple truth. Blake Shelton is Oklahoma. Gwen Stefani is Los Angeles. Her entire life, her career, her fashion empire, her friends, and most importantly her 3 sons, are all in LA, Kingston, Zuma, and Apollo, go to school in Los Angeles. Their father, Gavin Rossdale, lives there. Their entire routine, their entire world is rooted in California. But Blake Shelton? He can't stand LA. He said it himself, he only tolerates Hollywood for work. His soul belongs to the open air, the mud, and the peace of the ranch. So what happens when two people fall in love, but their worlds pull in opposite directions? According to multiple insiders close to the couple, the ranch became the breaking point. One insider said, "Gwen is a trooper. She tried to be the Oklahoma wife, but she's bored. She's isolated. She feels like a prisoner." Think about it. Gwen Stefani, a global pop star who grew up in Orange County, is now living on 1,300 acres in the middle of rural Oklahoma. No friends, no city life, no recording studios. Just silence. And for Blake, that was heaven. But for Gwen, it was loneliness. As time went on, the couple's love story turned into a geography war. Gwen wanted to be in LA, close to her kids' schools, close to her family, close to her creative circle. Blake wanted to stay in Oklahoma, away from the cameras, away from the noise, and away from everything Hollywood represents. Insiders say the fights became explosive. Gwen would beg Blake to spend more time in Los Angeles. He'd come for a few days, but he was miserable. Counting the minutes until he could go back to the ranch, then came the turning point. Blake Shelton announced he was leaving The Voice. On the surface, he said it was time to rest and focus on his family. But behind the scenes, the rumor was different. He didn't just leave The Voice, he left Hollywood. He told Gwen he was moving back to Oklahoma permanently, and that she could either come with him or stay in LA. For Gwen, it was an impossible choice. How could Gwen pull her 3 sons away from their father and their lives in LA to live full-time on a ranch hundreds of miles away? She couldn't, so Gwen stayed in Los Angeles, and Blake stayed in Oklahoma. That's when the separate lives rumors began. While fans still saw them together at award shows or holidays, people close to the couple say they were already drifting apart, emotionally and physically. But here's the most heartbreaking part. For Blake Shelton, the ranch wasn't just a home. It was a test. His marriage to Miranda Lambert had also fallen apart, partly because of their different lifestyles. He wanted a wife who could stay grounded, who could live the simple country life. So when he married Gwen, he hoped she'd be different. He wanted to see if this Hollywood superstar could really give it all up for him. The ranch was never just a property, it was his test of love. But in his eyes, Gwen failed. He built her a mansion, a chapel, and a dream. But she still preferred LA, and for Gwen that dream turned into a nightmare. She didn't want to be tested. She wanted to be accepted. Sources claim the emotional distance between them only grew worse. Blake felt betrayed, believing Gwen chose the Hollywood life over him. Gwen felt suffocated, believing Blake chose a patch of dirt over her and her children. Their marriage was built on the dream of compromise. But compromise requires two people willing to meet halfway, and neither of them could. The ranch, once their symbol of love, became the battleground for their differences. Now, as divorce rumors continue to swirl, fans are asking one question: what happens to the ranch? Legally, Blake Shelton owns the land, but that mansion, the chapel, and several additions made after their marriage, those are considered marital property. That means if a divorce does happen, Gwen Stefani could have legal rights to parts of the estate, even though she allegedly never wanted to live there full time. It's the ultimate irony. The land that was supposed to symbolize their unity may become the center of their separation. To the public, Blake and Gwen's marriage looked like the perfect balance of country and Hollywood. But behind the filters and photo shoots, there were two people trying to change who they were, and discovering they couldn't. She was chasing peace. He was chasing simplicity. And somewhere between Oklahoma's fields and LA's freeways, they lost each other. The fairy tale that started on national television has turned into a quiet tragedy. Maybe. The truth is simple. Love alone isn't always enough. Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani are two incredible artists who tried to merge two worlds that were never meant to fit. She gave him glamour. He gave her simplicity. And yet, neither could fully live in the other's world. The ranch was supposed to be their forever home. Instead, it became the symbol of everything they couldn't fix. So what do you think? Was Blake wrong to expect Gwen to give up her LA life? Or was Gwen wrong for not embracing the country lifestyle he loved so much?